All right, I want to talk a second about the Harbor Freight Bigfoot. Here, let's turn this where you can see it a little better. The Bigfoot panel wagon, they call it. Okay. Yeah. For what it's worth, I think we got it for $49.99. So plus tax. You know, your panels, they're some kind of a. I had to guess it was a Popular, is what it looked like to me. A Popular. Been around with enough wood to know. But, you know, it wasn't bad. Everything actually went together okay. I got the wagon on the porch, and I actually, before I put these panels on, I noticed if, like most kids or families, like, I got this for my grandson. He's only 18 months old. So, he's not that old. So, in the next couple of years, he's probably going to love and play with it even more, but, I put his name and stuff in it and things, but I stained it and I shellacked the wood because if, you know, most kids, if they leave these outside and stuff like that, most parents or whatever, they ain't going to pull them up, pull them out of the weather or whatnot. Them little side panels, they're going to come off, I'd say, in a matter of a year or two. They're just a little staple that holds them in. See them pull this one up. It's got one coat on it and I'm waiting to dry. They just got little old staples in each side, which now I can go back. You know, I was going to put a couple screws in each one of them, but I was like, you know what? It ain't really worth doing that. To me, I can get a 1x6 and cut it and do that with real screws, and then I'll have to worry about this ever like really rotting or whatever if it's left out in the rain, because it's so popular. It's going to go to pieces if you don't put something on it. So that's why I did mine. But other than that, the little wagon was pretty good. I wished it would have had a solid rubber tire instead of air-up tires, you know, like more of a solid tire. But they do have air tube tires on them, which, you know, I'm fine with that. It's okay. But, you know, over the years, they're going to start going down like any of them. They're just not going to last. They start leaking. God knows why. They just start leaking. And, yeah, it's okay for what it is and for the money. It's actually the only place I could find a real wagon. I couldn't even find a Western Flyer or whatever around our local area, and I'm right here around the Chattanooga area, so I couldn't find one. So, yeah, and this, I had to drive all the way to Dalton to get this one, so, yeah, for what it is, it's not bad. It should last if it's done up right, and the way they put it together, let me go back out to the wagon now. Let's make a quick trip out of here. Let's go to the wagon. I've seen a couple other videos that people's posted about them and knocked them, which they are. They're, you know, they're not. Maybe it's Chinese steel. What do you think? What do you expect? But it wasn't bad. They say they hold 330 pounds yet, but you know, who knows? Go figure. I didn't like the way the screws came with it, the bolting for it. You know, it's not the placement of them, it's just them screws, and they should have been a little shorter. They should have probably been a little bit bigger bolt. The axles are not solid. It's just a solid bar across there. You bolt them brackets on, you know, and it's got this little support bracket. Let's turn it up. As you can see, it's a hollow support bracket. In my opinion, that should have been a solid bracket. And this right here, this base where it swivels, should have been a little more thicker. If this thing holds 330 pounds, I'd like to know how long it holds it. So, and the handles, kind of like cheesy, and they put a big old bolt out there for your kid to fall down on, when it should have had one of them, like castle nuts or hex nuts, like they did on the bolts for the panels that go on here, you know, so you can't cut yourself. So they should have did that one too, like that. And the handle is just a hollow tube. You know, you can tell it's hollow. In my opinion, I mean, it could have been a thicker steel tube. You can tell it was thin. Other than that, you know, hey, for what it is, for a real wagon in town, it's the only place I could find one, because nobody around here's got one. So, but yeah, I think they retail them for $64, and you get them coupons. I got it for $49.99. So, but yeah, just a word of advice: you get the wood panels. If you got a minute, take the time to urethane them or paint them with a good outdoor paint or something. That way, if you're, they're left outside or whatever, we'll probably most likely this will be kept either on a porch or in the garage out there or something. It's no big deal. But I still urethane them so they don't come apart, because after the cold and hot, and or especially if they get wet, them little staples are going to pull right out, and they're not going to last on them panels. So I do suggest that you stain, urethane it, or whatever. Stain with a urethane. It's got a wood sealer. Stain with a wood sealer. Do something so they last a little longer if that's what you're looking for. Other than that, not a bad little deal for the buck, and grandson's already been having a blast with it for 2 days. So, then I'm going to put the panels back on here tomorrow. They're drying in there. I put the last coat on there, and I only put a couple of coats. I put a coat of stain with a sealer, and then I'm putting urethane. I put 2 coats of urethane on each side. So, well, that should be good and dry. I'm going to let them dry, set it real good by tomorrow, and tomorrow I'll get out here and I'll put them back on. And that's my review of the Harbor Freight Bigfoot panel wagon.